Welcome to the Calypso series, a production of the Grenada Cultural Foundation designed to educate and entertain as we reminisce on the creative musical geniuses of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Let's take a journey down Calypso memory lane.
Hey, 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 hey. Grenadians are people, we are incomparable. To any kind of party, we are susceptible.
Hello, Mr. Darius Nicholas Thomas.
That's so correct.
How are you doing today, sir?
Well, I'm just trying to be all right.
Right.
With everything, whether negative or positive, I'm there.
Wonderful. Well, I'm Daisy Hazard, and I'm your host conducting this interview today on behalf of the Grenada Cultural Foundation, GCF, their Calypso series, where we're talking with, interviewing all of our Calypso greats. And you happen to be my first interview. And I'm so proud because I have a memory of you that's embedded deep inside of my DNA, and we'll get to that. So, Darius Nicholas Thomas,
Yes.
King Darius.
Yes, well, I am.
Nowadays, you go by just Darius.
Yes, yes.
Right. You started, you burst onto the Calypso scene in about 1980 thereabouts?
Yeah, 1980.
1980.
1980.
Right.
That year it wasn't so popular for me
Okay.
because the tend to start singing wasn't a recognized thing too much.
Mm-hmm.
But then the main I get recognition from 1981.
Right.
That's where I really started being recognized as a should.
1981.
Yes.
So, which tent were you in at that time? You can recall that? Is it
Yes.
still alive
it is,
today?
Yeah, it is still alive, and this year going to be 50 years
Wow.
since they started. That's Moss International.
That's a journey.
Yes,
And
yes.
Moss International, along with Darius, King Darius,
Yes.
is a household name in Grenada
Yes.
in the Calypso genre.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I have to be with them when they're doing the launch and having the shows and so in the cinema. I have to be one of the most say recognized person
Yes,
who will be there participating in that
on
show.
Monday.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
So 1981, as you said,
Yes.
you started in 1980, and but 1981 was the year.
Yes.
Tell us about 1981.
To go a little further before that,
Yes?
I used to write calypsos before 1980. Since 1970s,
Right.
well, Timpo, my elder brother, he died now. He was a calypso monarch too.
Yes, Timpo was your brother.
As a matter of fact, we are the only two brothers
Mhm.
who share the calypso monarch of Grenada.
To date.
Yes.
Wow.
to date.
So that's some history just got
Yes.
there. That
Yes.
Darius and Timpo. Timpo
Yeah.
was one of the Calypso greats. And I mean, I'm a child of the 70s, 80s, and I grew up on the songs of Timpo, definitely.
Yes. Yes.
And so both of you would have held the monarchy
Yes.
in Grenada.
Yeah.
End up in big confusion with my female fan Yvonne. She want to know what is wrong. So long I ain't make a song. I tell her no, I ain't quit singing. Cause right now to the studio I'm going. Right away, Yvonne start begging. She want to hear my friends how my song going. She keep begging, give me a taste of your thing. Oh gosh, I know you sweet, I know you sweet.
How was that competition? When you started competing in 1980, was he still competing on stage?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I wrote the song he won the competition with.
Wow.
Yeah, we compete against each other.
So while you were competing against each other, you were still lifting each other and building each other.
Yes,
Because
because
one way or the other, that trophy was going.
yes.
Oh.
Yes. That year, or at least fourth,
Right.
because Timpo came first,
Mhm.
Scorpion second,
Right.
African Taylor third, whereby they had a problem deciding who came third between Taylor and I.
So what you're trying to tell me is that year in Calypso, there was controversy
Yes.
in Queen's Park
And both in Grenville and Grenville in the cinema in Grenville
and
too.
in Grenville.
In Grenville,
Mhm.
they have to beat me by half a point.
Right.
Took about an hour before they give the decision to say
African Teller.
Yes. Because Scorpion was singing St. George's,
Right.
20th St. George's Day. But African Teller, Timpo and I were based in Grenville, Moss International. So it was hard to decide who to put for the second. The no Timpo came first already, although I wrote the song. So
Right.
I came first too.
Okay, absolutely, yes.
Yeah, but Timpo, well, they placed him, he came first.
Right.
And African Teller and I, they had to decide who to give. But a whole half an hour the day they can decide.
Controversy raging.
Yes, sir.
And the fans getting on.
People even going outside, drinking, and they come back inside the costume.
Yes, yes.
That's
That's part of the Calypso scene.
Yes, that's how it is.
Yeah.
And then it happened that I placed third.
Right,
And African Teller second by half a point he beat me.
right.
And then competition, national competition in St. George's, he beat me by at least 3 points. Timpo came first, African Teller.
And Darius.
Darius,
So
yes.
the competition that year was Darius, well, Timpo, African Teller, Darius. And
Yes.
of course, we know that your brother Timpo, he has gone to the great beyond.
Yes,
African Teller recently as well. And we just wish their Calypso souls to soar in heaven.
If you want to feel hungry, frustration and poverty, sing a kaiso, sing a kaiso. If you want to be victimized, brother, I'm not telling lies, sing a kaiso, sing a kaiso. If you want to feel hungry, frustration and poverty, sing a kaiso, sing a kaiso. If you want to be victimized, brother, I'm not telling lies. Sing a kaiso.
Scorpion,
They rest in peace.
Scorpion gone to,
Scorpion as well.
yeah.
Right. He was also one of the persons along
Yes.
with you all.
So come on and bend the wire, plenty colors. Man and woman swaying in the street to the steel man and calypso. We can't miss one under the sun. Black and white, we found raining as one. So if you come from Shanty Mel, play shorty ringing a bell. Do it, do it. And if you come from overseas and you want to play mass with me, do it, do it, do it, do it for carnival.
So moving on, so as you said, the seeds of Calypso, writing and thinking about your songs and even doing songs for your brother, those were in you. And then they came out in 1980 when you came on stage. 1981 was a year of great Calypso because there was great controversy and great creations. Tell us about what happened after in the years following that.
Well, there was some problem within the band Moss International and whosoever in charge of the Calypso fraternity in Grenada at the time.
Yeah.
They were saying that Moss International musical instrument was so updated that they preventing us from hearing what we are singing.
Right.
Because I remember the song was singing, people playing the ras.
Yeah.
The other part of the synthesizer. They saying, when they playing that, the thing is, cat was making noise. That's what judges were saying. So they couldn't judge at that and what they want to do.
So Moss International was ahead of the curve and ahead of the Calypso business at that time in Grenada.
Yes.
Because you're saying that the equipment, the synchronizers and so, as Calypsonians, you were not familiar with working with that.
Yes.
And I remember that Calypso that you, morning, noon and night,
All what I'm hearing is people playing the ras. Some just learning while some get perfect. It's people playing the ras. You just sound very sweet when you get real perfect, man. People playing the ras. I saw big men forgetting the work just to sit down and learn to play the ras. And it so happened, okay, that well, I was doing psychology, astrology is a situation whereby in the early days they told us that you send out your soul, your spirit all day, but your body is here.
Yeah.
So you could send out your spirit all day and do all kind of thing, make investigation, all kind of thing, do all kind of thing, but your body is here. So I wrote this song like I send out my spirit all day.
Right, to see.
Yes. And then within that time I create a musical instrument. Because you know you have the guitar, the bamboo, the saxophone, or whatever.
Ukulele, a banjo.
Yes. But that musical instrument now, I call it the ras. The ras is a musical instrument. Called the ras. But in the meantime, I already made up a song in Barbados. I went to do some studies over there. And you know, the Bajan have a language, they have a dialect, say, man, you're playing the ass, man.
Yeah.
So I just think, I use that, that could be used creatively,
Yes.
to do my composition. Because that was in 19, that was in 80, late 80. I went to study September, October 80.
Okay.
1980. Because I came out and I made a song in 81, but the one what I sang in 80 was different to 81 I came with that song. But 1980 I went to Barbados and I think about the Bajan twang. I say I have to make a song with that.
People playing the